chilling for the weekend. Chilling for the weekend. Oh, welcome back to TNL with Dr. Fanika. Hashtag. And of course, I still repeat, tomorrow we'll be releasing a press conference, releasing the list of shame of all the men who did not make it for the men's conference. Thank you so much, Jay-Z and Diamond, for making it. Jay-Z and Diamond will be performing this. And at least they have something in common. Their lips. Jay-Z and I'm sure Jay-Z and Diamond do not use. They don't use lip gloss. They use roll-on on their lips. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Diamond must always put his phone on loudspeaker and talking.
Right.
Because if he cannot use normal tone.
Right.
The phone will blow up. With those kind of lips, it always look like you're shouting on an ajua. Remember Ahuja? Is it Ahuja or Ajua? We are back to Mheshimiwa. Now, Oga, there's something that the government has said they're going to do, and I don't know. Do we have this? Do you have the clip of it on the 100% high school transit program? Yes. Let's just watch the clip. Then you can explain to us what all, because if this one was applied during the time of Israelites, they will have taken the shortest time possible.
The provincial administration, regional commissioner, county commissioner, wahakikishe ya kwamba kama kuna mwalimu yeyote ambaye anauliza pesa ati ndio watoto wasome katika shule ya msingi ya serikali ama shule ya day school ya serikali, huyo mwalimu achukuliwe hatua, atolewe, apeleke kotini.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That was the Deputy President, of which, before we get to the question, congratulations to the Deputy President's family. Organ Nick Ruto just graduated. And actually, he became an advocate officially yesterday. Congratulations to the family. It's a family of people who are studying. Some of you, the whole family, the only books they're reading is Facebook. God is watching you. Look at this family. Dr. William Ruto. Can you hear that? Dr. Ofweneke. Miss Melo. Oh, God. My daughter. At least go, even if it's Sunday school. Please go.
I'm going to come
even driving school. Please go.
It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. What initiatives or what guidelines has the government put to make sure that actually these children make it to school, and these teachers who normally ask for this much more money, that they are actually arrested? Because people at times are scared, victimization. I may go and report the teacher, and my daughter or my son is actually sent out of school. So how is the government going to attack this?
Well, the government has the ears on the ground. The government has the eyes on the ground. And most important, part of citizen responsibility is to ensure that if something is unprocedural, if something is illegal, if something is not required, you not only refuse to cooperate, you also speak out about it. And this is the whole logic. If I digress a bit to security, you'll excuse me.
Yes, sir.
It's the whole logic behind Nyumba Kumi. It is about you'll never be able to fully enjoy your rights if I am also not fully enjoying my rights
as well,
especially to security. And therefore, it's the unpleasant duty of you being a peeping Tom permanently into your neighbor's compound, into your neighbor's activities, to assure yourself that nothing they do today or tomorrow can prejudice your right to life, your right to security, your right to an environment free of crime, your right to go about your business, all that of your children, today or in future. Wow. Whether it is radicalization, whether it is growing narcotic drugs, whether it is stealing, whether it is charging fees where none are required. And on the other hand, to be accountable enough so that you submit yourself to the same scrutiny from your neighborhood.
Beautiful.
Societies that have been able to manage crime very well, like the Nordic countries, Japan, and quite a few other, Canada, you never find a war You never find a perimeter wall around anybody's home,
Those guys trust each other.
which is more than a meter high. Just go anywhere, even if you go to Beverly Hills today, and start
I was
putting
there
up
last day in January, and I saw.
a concrete wall around your compound. Your neighbors will tell you, no,
Put it down.
put it down. We need to see that whatever you do there will not turn into a do-it tomorrow.
Beautiful.
And you need to account to each other that the means through which you have agreed of worship, enjoying your freedom of worship, your means of making a living, are not means that are prejudicing anybody's rights, whether presently or in future.
Beautiful.
Whether they turn out to be an outright crime or not. On the other hand, the government is undertaking a lot of reforms in our security services, especially in the National Police Service, so that the police officers become sensitive enough that if, like they do elsewhere, I make a telephone and say, a call and say, in Dr. Efweneke's house, the baby is crying for 30 minutes now. You are able to go there in a safer manner and find out whether the baby is crying because they have taken some better medicine, or there is some battering going on in this house, or there is some illegal activity going on in this house, in a manner that leaves a pleasant taste.
So this is just,
Even among those you admonish.
So this is basically having the eyes of the government there on the ground.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're able to monitor every activity.
They
and
are
make sure
able to monitor every activity, and they satisfy themselves
Beautiful.
that no law is being broken now. Remember, the primary role of the police is prevention of crime.
Yes.
And so if they are able to preempt it before it is done, the better for everybody.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
I still talk about school. I'm sure you were a human being before you got all into this.
Yes.
Now you're a busy man. Which high school did you go to, first of all?
Well, I went into very simple schools, and this is a very useful question. I have met a lot of your age mates in colleges, and as we interact along, and a lot of them will look at, maybe I'm not the best example, but so many people with a lot of admiration. They want to be Dr. Matiang'i, they want to be millionaires like Manu Chandaria, but they are not interested in the path through which he got there.
You want to marry, but you don't want to date.
Yes.
You want to marry immediately.
And you want to marry, you don't want to pay the cost of being a husband. You still want to enjoy your natural liberty.
This is where your bishop part is coming in. I knew it.
Yes.
See the way you're so spiritual.
Look here, if you are going, in my language we say kogorana, so you buy a wife literally. You buy a wife, and my friend, you pay for the rest of your life. That's it. And she does it. That is the way you are able to stay in a marriage. It's about being responsible and being accountable.
So why did you start being accountable? Because you look like you're very focused right from...
I started from a very simple village school down there in a place called Kiraithe, now Tarakanidi in Chogoria, Mara constituency.
So this is a great vote sitting here.
I went on to Chogoria Boys High School.
What?
Quite a fun
Were you a
place.
prefect?
Of course, I was a prefect
Dormitory or where?
Right from Form 2 onwards. In Chogoria Boys, I was a prefect in charge of the library. I was a timekeeper. Then I was in charge of I was a bell ringer, you know.
And bell ringers, let me tell you, bell ringers and the people who are given this class duster to store. The pride in them, knowing that you control, you are literally control. If you decided that the one cup, that teacher won't.
But the greatest incentive is that there is a teacher who had donated an Omega watch to the school. So at Form 2, I was wearing an Omega watch.
What?
And you should have seen me walking around. Of course, if you start ringing late, you lose it. So you learn how to be responsible.
You're always on time.
Then later on, I was promoted to be in charge of the library, checking that you are borrowing books and returning them. And I think I benefited that. When I went to high school in Kitui, I was the person in charge of discipline.
Discipline?
Yes. And I think I liked it. I learned a lot. And I think that is how I learned to be a policeman. And
So you always, you decided
after-
you want to be a policeman right
yeah,
from the
after
beginning?
after college, okay, I decided I would become a policeman when before we went to the university those days. We had a national youth service period. And I went there, I ran over hills, did drills, and I felt that is the time it clicked that I need to become, to utilize that. And I can tell you, after university, I taught for 1 year. I had tried journalism and all that, but
You tried journalism?
yes.
Reporting news?
Yes, I was a good writer even those days.
Ah,
But then after that, I went to the police. It was not thought of very highly that time for university graduates
clearly.
to join the police service, especially as police constables. But I've never looked back, and I've never. I think
And yeah, you're just climbing ranks.
it was the best decision I made in my life.
So you don't
Of
regret
course,
ever?
Of course, there is a lot of God in it. You need blessings. You also need leadership. We met people who might not have been having university degrees, but I can tell you, they were wonderful leaders.
Beautiful. Is it the same point you met Mrs. Kiraithe, the beautiful Mrs. Kiraithe?
Well,
Did you meet in the, is she also in the police?
Okay, no, she's in the academia, and but anyway.
I'm imagining you guys were like, hey, nakupenda. Like nakupenda pia.
It's quite a different cup of tea, but it's okay. Here is about appreciating one another,
Exactly.
appreciating each other's career and the challenges it brings. The person you marry, Dr. Ifwenege, is a package.
Wow. Give me the words of wisdom, sir.
It's a package. And like every other package, you know, if you are given a package, even if it was of a Valentine gift, there might be wrappings. There are even things you throw away. There might be a bit of, you know,
chocolate that you cannot eat.
Yeah, chocolate.
Petrol that
Chocolate you can eat,
but
things like this they use for packing, you'll end up there. So it's a package, and once you are able to take that package and
you're good.
Thank God for it.
Today is Valentine's.
You are good to go. Yeah.
And today being Valentine's, is there any surprise you have pulled?
Well, going by our bringing up and the religious, you know, kind of orientation, we don't place a lot of value in that. But certainly she must have something special for tonight, because maybe everybody is having it and you don't want to be an outlier, do you?
But what is the most, because I normally say my birthday was in last month, and I said if you're going to buy me a gift, please don't buy me socks. I do not buy me boxers. I'm not a wrestler. You buy me boxers. Please buy me something, a car or something. What is that one special thing that Mrs. Kiraithe bought you, and until you say no gift will surpass this gift?
Well, she has bought me many gifts. But I remember those early days, she bought me a jacket.
A jacket? Was it a bulletproof?
No, it was not. It was a jacket like this.
Oh.
A blazer. I wore it for many years, and everybody thought it was good quality.
Wow.
So I remember that a lot, because we were still courting. Maybe it was an additional advantage for her.
That's what you like.
But as you continue living, by the way, I've been married now for 25 years.
25 years?
Oh, yes.
That is a quarter of a century.
Oh, yes.
One human being. Wake up every morning.
Yeah.
This is not a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're watching home, how many are happily married? See, the way couples are looking at each other weirdly in the house. 25 years. Where did you first meet?
Well, in Nyaururu, by the way. I come from Meru. Yeah, it was. Anyway, those details I have not consulted on this. I don't want to.
Because men never remember exactly. Was it at the bus stop? No. It was near the church? No. Where? What? Beautiful.
Be satisfied that it was in Nyaururu and it was not in a fellowship.
It was not in a. Okay, fine. Was it in a police?
Leave that alone.
I'm pretty sure she's watching. Bye, hi, ma'am. We are coming to eat the chapatis. We must come and test those chapatis and validate them. We'll come with the vetting board of Kenya. We must vet those chapatis if they are government quality.
I'm sure they will pass even
sure?
the Bureau of Standards.
I can imagine you being in front of the vetting committee. So, Mr. Kiraithe, how long did it take you to make the chapatis?
Just taste.
Taste?
Yes, once you taste.
Should we call an ambulance? Just in
I'm sure once you taste, you'll be so engrossed. You'll want the next one.
I'm actually...
You won't remember the number even for the ambulance.
I'm actually shocked that you can... We'll have to... Same way we cannot handle the issue about mommy. We'll also... The issue about chapati will meet behind the doors. As we finish up, this whole thing about the referendum thing, is it something that Kenya should worry about? Is it something that should create a lot of buzz?
The fact that the word referendum is mentioned there means you have nothing to worry about. I can tell you I don't talk about politics. I don't, in my official capacity, I don't talk about politicians or politics. But the thing is, if you want to change the constitution itself has provided the way Kenyans will change the constitution. And what should satisfy you is that Kenyans, when they talk about a referendum. And it means that you will have an opportunity to listen to ideas and make a choice.
If you can buy it, you cannot buy.
That is the best democracy can do. I can tell you for a fact, I don't believe in changing laws every other day, but once wananchi know that it will be taken to them to decide, whichever the case.
Democratically.
Then that is about democracy. And that's it. That's it. And the role of government now is to ensure that when and if it reaches there, the referendum is done so that Kenyans, first of all, understand what they are voting on. They are educated, they are sensitized. Then when they do the voting, it is free and fair.
So civil education done first?
Civil education. The questions in the referendum are well explained. People understand what is happening. And they do it in a free and fair way. And the results are properly done. I have a quarrel with one word which was used a lot in 2017. Credible. Credibility is a very subjective word.
And it was misused, I can also...
And they even misused the word legitimate. Legitimacy is about the legal details. If something is done according to the law, it's legitimate. This is the issue of who has what opinion. We go to the ballot, you lose according to the constitution. Whether you believe you have lost or not, that is neither here nor there. You proceed and do other business.
Beautiful.
That is what the government is there to underwrite.
Well, as we finish up on the show, I'm pretty sure in your free time you listen to music.
I do listen.
Who is your favorite musician?
My most favorite musician is just fast fading off it. He used to be Don Williams.
Don Williams.
I am looking for newer ones. So
there are new ones. You know Otile Brown?
Of course, I have heard about that.
How did you hear Otile Brown? Was it from his music or the other story?
Okay.
Look at you, sir. So you've actually... I'm pretty... okay, Eric, I'm sure you're in Kilimani Moms. I am sure you're somewhere there.
Okay, I know you.
I know the Kilimani Moms. What you laugh? Meaning you've heard about that. Is there a way the government can help this story? Can we call Vera on the table and have a national unity? Can we organize a handshake between...
That is not government business. So.
But they are the citizens. So the citizens are the government business.
There is a part of the government called the chief who can deal with that, and the village elder, and the Nyumba Kumi Mse. If you go there, you get the service.
You're completed my life. So Otila has very nice music, by there. Apparently, I think he's among the best musicians when it comes to singing. The rest you don't know. Nameless.
Nameless, of course. I listen, of course, with your arrangements in my house. And everywhere else I go, even in my office. And occasionally I'm also not beyond an outing.
Do you have a radio in the office? I tell you, just like, I am tired.
Well, I might not be that fine, but I can tell you shaking a leg is welcome any day of the week.
Are you serious?
Oh, yes.
So producer is trying to whisper something in my ear. Producer. Now, because the reason is, there have also been some musicians who have been singing songs. And there was the whole debate about play Kenyan music. And there were also Nigerians and Tanzanians were suffering because most of our music is what is played here. Even the gospel song that you heard those boys singing, it's originally a Nigerian song, but we don't understand what happened when those boys sang it. We disown that song as Nigerians totally. These boys who sang, they did songs, I don't know, Lamba something. Have you by mistakenly? By mistake. This Augusta is very tricky. See the way it's like,
No, I'm saying this. Play Kenyan music. In fact, when it comes to promoting their own artists, their own artisans, we have a lot to learn from Nigeria. Anytime you see a Nigerian, they are wearing something made in Nigeria.
Nice.
They are wearing in their apparel, be it sandals, be it the agbada, they are wearing something made in Nigeria. They will be reading something written by a Nigerian. And the fellows who watch Nigerian movies, we must love ourselves. Whatever we have to spend on luxury, whatever we have to spend on necessities, it's a pity that we don't have a Kenyan motorbike.
But we should be having one.
But we should be having this thing. When we talk about manufacturing, don't start imagining about only manufacturing Volkswagen cars. The government will provide an environment for them to come and manufacture here so that we create more jobs. But think about wearing what your brother is making.
Beautiful.
So that we don't make money here to employ tailors in Japan, tailors in Italy, tailors in Oxford Street. I had some of my professional seniors the other day talking proudly about making their suit in England. I did not have a very good appetite that day. I wish they were talking about having something made in Likoni or in Kanyanyaini or in Homa Bay.
On that point, I can confess that my suits are locally made. I have one called Locastri and I have another one called Baptizo. So everything I wear, even socks, let's stick there.
That is the right thing to do.
Let's stick there. Just
although
socks.
That doesn't look quite local, but
no, the boy is doing a good job. But I'm looking good.
You are looking nice.
I have tried. Nice. I have tried. But
if that one is local, after this, you'll give me the number of that friend.
I sure will. It's called Rama. Locasi, the other one is called Mikey.
Yes.
But he's amazing boys. It's the same boy who dresses MC Jason Churchill.
That is good.
So he's doing an amazing job.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
That is the manufacturing. That is the job creation we are talking about.
Nice one.
Excellent.
Thank you so much, sir. Welcome. You said you can shake a leg. You cannot shake the whole body, but at least you can command, as the government spokesman, leg dance. So, Melo, I don't know what you're giving us there.
I have Vimbada.
Vimbada?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Vimbada, I hope I can remember the dancing style. All right, Mrs. Kiraithe, whatever you are, here goes nothing. Come here, sir. I do that. Why are you looking like you're climbing a rail on a mama? It's like you're holding on an escalator. Now you do this, eh? You do like this, like this,
like this,
like this, like this. Then you gotten it right. Imagine it's you back in the days when you're.
Why don't we do it tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Because it's Friday.
But now, you see, today at least I'm the one in charge. Just let me be in charge for these few moments. Because the ladies who refused me, they need to see how powerful I am now. Yeah. Like this, then like this, then you pick it here, here, then like this. DJ from the top, as you release Oga Eric, let's go. In 1, 2, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. In 1, 2, 3, let's go. Thank you so much, Meshimia. I appreciate so much. Okay. Always such a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, the government spokesman, Oga Eric, right there. You can walk on the red carpet like you are used to. Oh my goodness. Those chapatis, you must test them again. Well, today, this show is literally powerful. From here, don't joke with me. I can fire you even if I didn't hire you. joking with my career. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, without much to say, allow me to invite on the set. This is a power couple, ladies and gentlemen, a spiritual power couple, a joy upon this generation, an admiration of truly that marriage really works.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please invite on the show the one and only, we can either say Mr. and Mrs. Ndiema, or actually Anthony Ndiema and Neno Ndiema. TNL with Dr. Faneke, this is the show. There you are, there you are. It's okay, he's going to be following you behind. Oh, I think this is love. Hey, Augusta, hurry up, hurry up. How are you, sir? Welcome on the show. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Welcome, welcome. Have a seat, have a seat. We are sorry that... have a seat, Mr. Ndiema. Sorry that the tea is normally for the first guest. We tried putting you as the first. The budget is bad. Oga Orlando, I know you're watching. Do something that you did in Damascus last year. So please, but we can offer serviette just in case we get emotional. It's the most we can offer as a family. This is a small girl. We are trying to help. I got her from the village. Guys, feel at home. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss and Mrs. Ndiema, or actually Neno Ndiema and Anthony Ndiema. Let's get to know more about them as a couple on this special Valentine's Day. And of course, the men's conference is still going. And as you can see, we have number one traitor already here. Ndiema is among the list of traitors. We'll be coming there. We'll be back after short break. TNL with Dr. Faneke.
The African prince.
Kama utaenda angalia pa kutua kwenye bati au bustani ya maua.